Yo, I went to Joann's and picked up 7 patterns. So I'm gonna show you what I picked up on Butterick and Vogue pattern sale. So if that's some content you would like to see, please continue to watch. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I'll be sharing with you 5 Vogue patterns and 2 Butterick patterns that I picked up during the last sale over the weekend. For Butterick was $1.99 and Vogue was $5.99. But if you are new to the channel, welcome. Hello, Ciao, Guten, Aloha, Hola, Konnichiwa, Gwaan, Sabonani, Shalom, Bonjour, Terve. If you're returning, you guys know what to do. Quick snack, something to drink, come on back so we can go ahead and get into this video. And in order to keep this short, sweet, to the point, give you all the deets and the news that you can use on this video, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so I only picked up 2 Butterick patterns and 5 Vogue patterns. Now, if you were on my live Sunday, then you would know that the store that I went to did not have the new Vogue patterns. However, we're not going to Joann's across town. Well, I didn't feel like going to Joann's across town at the Joann's that have the patterns in store. Why? Because I was on live all weekend, okay? And if you missed the live, I'll drop the sketch session in the description box below, as well as on the end screen, as well as the top that I made, the Juliet sleeves top that I made on live. It is currently sitting on my cutting table right now, but I will be showing that in photos pretty soon. All right, so stay tuned for that as well. So let's go ahead and get into this pattern. But all right, so we're going to talk about the 5 Vogue patterns and the 2 Butterick patterns. So let's start off with the Butterick patterns first. It's only 2. And the first one is Butterick 69.29. I'm going to put them all up on the screen so you don't have to ask. It's 69.29. The reason why I picked this pattern up, because this view right here, yes, I already have this pattern, but I picked up another copy because I feel that I'm going to do view A. Now, the thing about it is I did not look at the instructions to see if it's going to be the exact same pattern pieces. So I picked it up again to do the top, but I also want to do view B, which is a longer view, but make it a dress. Yes, I could just extend the top and make it a dress, but you know, hey, it was $1.99. So that's what I want to do. I have some fabric for this pattern already, so I might just go ahead and do it as a work dress or a shirt dress slash, but I kind of want to switch out the neck band to a stand-up collar. So we'll see how that goes, all right? But once again, it's $69.29. Moving over to the next one is $63.78. Now, I know I put this in one of my collections videos and I picked it up. So what I like on this pattern, I actually like 2 views. I like view B and view D on this pattern. So this view as well as this view. So I like both views on the pattern. It does remind me of a pussy bow blouse. So I like that. So this one just says that it's a pullover top and tunic and have the front yoke with gathers, V-neck with tie options. And then you have the sleeve and hem variations. It's an easy to sew pattern as well. This one, you just going to need elastic. So this is an elastic only pattern. If you missed my video about elastic only patterns or no notions at all outside of thread, go to that video. I'll drop it in the description box below as well as on the end screen. All right. But this is not a no notion pattern. This is a elastic and elastic only pattern, but it's Butterick 63.78. Those are the only 2 Butterick patterns I picked up. Let's go ahead and get over to the Vogue patterns. First one is Vogue 1102. This pattern, Mimi G did this pattern years ago. I want to say like 2018. I've been on the hunt for this pattern forever and a day. I was not going to go to Etsy and purchase this pattern for $30+. So it just happened to be in the pattern drawer at my local Joann's. You know, the Joann's that I went to. It's not the one by my job. However, it is in the opposite directions and they have this pattern. Now, sometimes that Joann's have older patterns, which I like. But when it comes to those new patterns, they're not, I mean, one thing I could definitely say is I'm not mad with them because they are continuously consistent with not putting the new patterns out when they first come in the door. They do not have the 2024, they don't have, okay? They do not have Simplicity, McCall's, Butterick, or Vogue early spring patterns out yet. So, I mean, it's gonna be probably by the time spring gets here before they even have the early spring out. So I'm not mad about it, but yeah, you could always get the older patterns at these stores, okay? But this is 1102. For this one, it's just a below mid-knee dress. It has close fitting, self-lined, sleeveless bodice with back tie ends to hold the bodice in place. And then it has that flared skirt, raised waistline, and a back zipper. And that zipper needs to be a 7-inch. Now, the back zipper, they're going to, well, looking at it, it just says 7-inch zipper. It looks like an exposed zipper. However, if you was on my live, you know, your girl will probably use a invisible zipper instead of doing a lap center zipper. But that's my spill. But in terms of fabric, you can use broadcloth, sateen, lightweight linen, just to name a few. And this is an easy to sew pattern. It looks super easy. I like that bow in the back. And here's the thing. I know Patterns by D from Patterns by D, she did a hack to the Erica Bunker pattern and put kind of like a band in the back, which was gorgeous. You could take this band right here, if you have this pattern, or if you want to pick it up, you could take this band in the back and make a bow in the center back of your blazer if you have the Erica Bunker pattern. I'm going to put it up. The one that I'm talking about is Nomi 2065. So you could make a hack to that and not have your back all the way out as well. Me, I think two bows like this, not super big, but kind of like two bows would be spectacular on that. So if I do that pattern, that's probably what I will probably do. But this is Vogue 1102. Next pattern is Vogue 1731. Now, I did not pick this up for the top or the skirt. I strictly picked this up for the pants. I want to thank Yvonne from Jamaica. She actually recommends this pattern to me in terms of the pants. The pants are elastic waist pants. So, and it stops like kind of like your, what you call it, culottes, gachos, whatever. So I thought these would be nice, kind of like vacation resort wear style pants, which is View B is the one that I like. So that's why I picked this pattern up. It's 1731. It's basically very loose fitting through the hip skirt and elastic waist, back zipper closure, side front deep pockets with zipper closure there as well. And then you have the above ankle length. So it's just basically pull-on pants that stopped at your ankles from what I'm looking at from the line art. Fabrics you could use double knit, silk, dapani, stretch wovens, just to name a few. Linen, stretch denim, silk jacquard, just to name a few. This is rated as an easy to sew pattern as well, but it's 1731. Next pattern that I picked up is 1695, which is just basically a Mrs. loose fitting dress. I like the fact that it has that pussy bow in the front right here on view B. And then if you want to do view A, it's off to the side. You can do that as well. I figured that this was a spectacular pattern for that. I like that collar ending in the ties for sure. You could also do it as a regular top dress and not have the bow, but why? Okay, this is an average to sew pattern. In terms of fabric, you can use some form of a silk, organza, or any type of drapey silk like your crepe back satin, which would be very good for this pattern. But once again, it's $16.95. Next pattern that I picked up is a DKNY. And if you missed my video of DKNY, I will go ahead and link it below as well as on the end screen to that collection video for DKNY. If you don't know who DKNY is, it's Donna Carey, New York. She used to have patterns back in the days. So this is an older pattern. It's a jumpsuit pattern. It's 1308. And this jumpsuit is basically a loose fitting blousing bodice. It has the flounce, but just note that your flounce will show on the wrong side. For sure, it has biased neck facing and armhole binding. With that being said, you already know your girl's going to either put some sleeves on this thing and make a facing for that neck, because you guys know I am not a bias tape girl. but I will definitely draft some facing for this. It has a waisted, elastic waist for the jumpsuit, and then it has elastic and tie ends, tapered pants through the hips, which is semi-fitted through the hips from what I'm looking at, and it features side seam pockets, invisible back zipper as well. In terms of, now for this, it looks like it's not size inclusive, it's 4 to 20 in terms of sizing. You will need a little bit of lining, and I think the lining would be for the pockets for this one. You will need a 12 to 14 inch invisible zipper, some elastic, and a hook and eye. Now, you guys know I don't do hook and eyes unless it's needed for like a waistband or something like that. But other than that, this is rated as an easy to sew pattern as well. Once again, it's DKNY pattern, Vogue 1308. And the last pattern I picked up is a Tom and Linda Platt pattern. It is super old pattern. It's 1237. Boom. And the reason why I picked this one up is just basically the nice dress and the jacket. So this one is a jacket and dress pattern. The jacket is fitted above the waistline to the edge, and then the dress is fitted and fully lined dress as well. You will need some lining. Some of the fabrics you can use are crepe, double knit, just to name a few. For the lining, you should use some form of like a silky print. I wouldn't say a silky print, but just like a silk fabric or a chemise, just to name those two there. You will need for the dress, you will need an invisible zipper, and it says 2 snaps. Not sure where you're going to need the 2 snaps for the dress at, but yeah, it's there. And then for the jacket, you will need 4 1 1/4 inch buttons for this one as well. This is rated as an easy to sew pattern. So I picked up a lot of easy to sews. Didn't you notice? All right, well, those are all the patterns that I picked up during the sale, Butterick and Vogue over the weekend, Butterick $199 and Vogue $599. That's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed. And if this video was educational, informative, and fun, please do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, also smash that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video, and as always, keep sewing.
Yeah, they hate when you elevate. They stacking up losses, I'm handing them out.